There were concerns about youth worker Alex Jones from the start.
He used to talk about sex a lot. He boasted about being a young man sleeping with older men.
In 2017, Alex Jones was employed at Melbourne City Mission. He was in his late 20s but looked much younger. His former colleague, who we'll call Daniel, says Jones claimed to have a social work degree, but his behaviour was suspicious.
He did really weird things like leave his fly undone. It got to the point where myself and other colleagues would say to him, "Could you stop doing that?" It had to have been deliberate.
Daniel says Jones could also become aggressive when challenged.
Myself and other people raised that we didn't think that he was even a social worker.
And who did you raise it with?
Management, upper management.
And what was the response?
He is.
Alex Jones left Melbourne City Mission in 2017, but the agency forgot to cancel his login to the Victorian Government's Child Protection Database, CRISP. That meant Jones was able to look up the personal details of vulnerable children for another 13 months. In all, he accessed the information of 43 children, including phone numbers and addresses. One of them was Zach.
I was running away from home a bit.
Zach was 13 when Jones approached him one night at Flinders Street Station, befriended him, then weeks later raped him in a motel.
He choked me, threatened to kill me.
Victoria's Privacy Commissioner has investigated and says the department assured him it had made contact with all 43 children. The ABC has learned that did not happen. The department hadn't contacted 11 of those 43 children. Since we raised it with them, the department's now spoken to 5 of those children or their parents, and they say Jones hadn't approached them. But there are still 6 outstanding children who are unaware a predator may have their private information.
Look, that's really disappointing. There is no legal obligation to notify them, but it's the right thing to do. And the most concerning thing about it, of course, is that the department told me that they had contacted them all. That turns out not to have been true.
The Children's Commissioner says she too was given assurances by the department that it had contacted all of the children.
Some of the information that you shared with me today means that I'll be going back to the department and absolutely making further inquiries.
Melbourne City Mission told the ABC there were never any concerns or indication that Jones's behaviour posed a risk to young people. MCM declined to answer questions about how it verified Jones' qualifications, saying they were certificate and diploma level. But at a recent court hearing, Jones's own lawyer said he does not have any education beyond Year 12. The magistrate in this case has indicated he will give Jones 1 month in jail in return for a guilty plea. But at a sentencing hearing, the magistrate wasn't given critical information, such as how many children's details were accessed, nor that some of those children haven't been contacted by authorities.
It's not justice. The lack of information that was given by police after they've had years to do this, actual years. It's like they don't care.
Zach's mother fears some of those other children who haven't been contacted may also have been assaulted by Jones. So does his former colleague.
You don't go from no crime to violently raping somebody with nothing in between. I think what he did was calculated.